everybody! How's everybody doing this morning, evening, or whatever you are? If you guys are new to this channel, my name is Chris, and if you're subscribed to this channel, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to do a little bit of a scoring from scratch, which I'm doing a scene called 2021. Well, it's just a scene that I have just filmed outside of my apartment, so I'm going to show it to you. Alright, so I would like to only solo this or have it everything silent. Let me turn off the metronome, and here is how the video looks like. And by the way, before I do that, this software is running Nuendo 11. So I have cross-graded from Cubase 10.5 Pro to Nuendo 11, which I'm going to do more stuff in the further future videos, and I will do and talk about the features and everything like that Nuendo has. And of course, my biggest obsession is voice designer. I really want to do voice designer videos too, including, but not only that, I would like to include, which is the new plugin that I'm really excited, is Supervision. So I already made myself a preset, which is for viewer track reviews for film composers and sound designers, and you're gonna see this on the screen. But I will do an announcement in the further future on the further, on the future videos. All right. So yeah, so let me go ahead and discard this, and let me go ahead and play this video. So here's how it looks like. You can see I did myself an AR Doodle, and here it says Happy New Year. Yeah, so I have recorded myself in AR Doodle mode. If you don't know what AR Doodle is, it's from the Samsung phone, which I have a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and I just filmed it with that. So, what I did is I can just like film and sketch at the same time. But what I did is I just sketched it before filming. Like I sketched the 2021 golden candy cane style. So I have started on the first part, which it is the wind chimes effect, and I want to begin with this one. And I'm using NEXUS 3, Hollywood Drums 2, and effects. And I use the wind chimes menu. So here's how it sounds like. Yes, so I do want to add a reverberation on this one. Okay, so that's what I just wanted to start with the scoring and everything. So what I wanted to do, so I have a concert hall already included, which is Austrian Concert Hall, which is my template that I just did. So I'm going to go ahead and do the send thing. You're going to see some effects. And then make sure you activate the sound. Make sure it's the pre-fader. All right, so let's play. I know I used the metronome, but it's default, so let me use it with the metronome. All right, so here's how it looks like. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that, but Alt K to have it on screen, which I don't have my keyboard hooked up. So let me go ahead and go to track number 9. As you can see in Nuendo, you have to turn on the record enable, but to turn it on, the shortcut is pressing the R button. Okay? So if I press the R button, that turns on record. And then I can use Alt K for on-screen keyboard. And it's going to start like playing and everything. Apparently, the Austrian concert hall is not making a large reverb or anything like that, but I do want to make it a little longer. Yeah, as you did, as I can see, I have used an expression, but I do want to lower that. But it looks like it was fading out, so it wouldn't sound like a real thing. But I could just do that. But there's a feature that Nuendo or Cubase 11 has that, which is the bend feature. The bend feature is a better feature. It's more of an improvement for me because I love to do the bending things. Since I used to be like an FL Studio user, since I used to like have an FL Studio, the automate it has like you can use it to create your own automation clip, and I can just bend and everything instead of like doing this, like without the grid. Plus, even in having the snap on, it's just gonna create like stairs, which it wouldn't sound pretty good. So let's find the difference, okay? This is with an expression that is bent, so I just bend it a little bit. Okay, yeah, I didn't. So I just wanted to fade it out. Go back to the select because this is a very amazing improvement, but I'm glad Steinberg has brought that. The only thing they should have brought is the tempo feature, which I would like to have a bend on tempo. All right, so that's the cool feature that I love to have but I would like to compare with this. This is Cubase 10.5 Pro, or previous generations of Cubase, or Nuendo. Yeah, because having it like this, you might be able to experience like abnormal volumes. And this helps the expression and everything, the dynamics, to be pretty much smoother, to make it sound like a realistic instrument. Okay? The realistic instrument is what we really want for film score. Okay, so as you know, I have a total of 12 instruments, but I will only gonna cover some of it. Okay? Alright, so I wanna start off with double bass. So I'm gonna load BBC Symphony Orchestra. I wish it has like an attack and release and everything like that, so that it would sound probably really smoothly. But what I can do is I can just send that to the concert hall. Okay, so now, okay, so let me Alt K again. Press R to disable that. I know you have to do a little bit of relearning when it comes to upgrading and and upgrading into like a new version. Okay, let me do the retrospective recording, shall we? All right, try it again. Let me just make a long whole note, okay? Like a double whole note. Okay, so I want to do violins. Da, 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 da. I'm starting to get the melody for the violins, but let's do the first violins. Da, 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 da. Let me expand this. Quantize this 8 notes. Okay, so let me go ahead and collapse this, and I want to paste that and sequence the motive. Okay, so there's a motive called sequence, which I can just transpose. As you can see, if you don't have these arrows right here, just right click it or two or double finger click on the mouse pad if you're on Mac, depending on your computer's like trackpad features. You gotta go to the Transpose palette, make sure it's checked. All right, so if you have it checked, this will appear. So what do you have to do in order to move these, instead of like having all of these like just moving it and then you end up accidentally, scrolling it and you have to undo. If I move down, it transposes to 1 octave. But if up, if the large arrow right here goes move up, that goes to 1 octave up. But this one goes 1 semitone down. Okay? And then you get this. Which is not in it's just not in the proper key. So I can just move another semitone down. Okay? And here's how it sounds like. But I do want to modulate this one. I want to modify this. And you get the sequence motion. But same rhythm, but sequence. Yeah, so here we go. So remember, we're in the key of D major. There. Okay. And then I want to do the crescendo. I'm going to bring the scale, which is A. Okay, and then I want to do that. Okay, and then let me go ahead and lower that. And here it goes. Okay, so now I want to do the roll menu. Okay, so I want to record this one to see how it looks like. Okay, I gotta move this a little over. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Alright, so now let's go ahead and go to previous. Okay. So now I want to go with percussion. And then Glockenspiel. You know, the Glockenspiel, it's better to have this. And then I'm going to include Timpani really soon. Alright, so let me go ahead and go to the Glockenspiel. So I gotta go ahead and add another instrument. This is violin. Alright, add track, instrument, NEXUS. I'm gonna go to Hollywood Action Drums and Effects, mallet. I gotta turn that down. Okay, I gotta go EQ that because Glockenspiel should not make anything bassy. But you know, I can just do okay in Transpose palette. I wonder why it sounds really too high. Oh, it just got it for you. I'm gonna split that. Alright, and I want to octave this one. Hey, look at that. It sounds really cool. It sounds like Happy New Year-ish. That's why the wind chime is needed. Okay, so now I'm going to add a timpani into the piece. Okay, so now we got the Glockenspiel. Remember to Command S or Control S every time you modify, in case that there's a problem. Always modify, always save every time you make some changes so that you don't get lost, but hopefully they have some backups, but as long as you have backups. Okay, now I'm gonna go to timpani. With these three, I'm using those for brass. but I want to do like the like the trumpets and everything. But, okay, I want to go to Vienna Synchron Player. Epic Orchestra, number 7 Timpani, and I want to make some articulations. So since I'm in this blue column, yeah, Timpani, and I do need to compress this. All right. So let me go ahead and get a quick Timpani. Alt K, R. Takes a while to relearn this. Okay. But I want to do the roll thing. And then, so, what I'm going to do, I want to make the colors to match. I'm going to go to MIDI 15. No, let's just go to MIDI 1. This will be Timpani articulation. Okay. And then I'm going to go to Timpani. Just a reminder, it might be changed. Make sure it's MIDI 1 or any. And this will pop up if you edit. So we want to make sure like we can move these articulations. So since it's B0, it's going to be B-1. Okay, so we got to be careful. Okay, so before I start playing or writing it, before I start writing it, I gotta take a look at the articulations just to make sure that it's aiming the right thing. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, yeah, because if it's not doing anything, then there's a problem. Okay, so now I want to do that. And I want to crescendo that. It's going to be dun, 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 dun. And then to forte, I want to include the crescendo right here. So, let me go to the expression. As you know, since Cubase and Nuendo 11 has included the feature, which there's the tool right here, all I need to do is just press the center, and you can see that it's bending. And I love to have that because it was a struggle on Cubase because instead of having this, I would have to do this, which it will create a step like this, which is not that good. It is not good because I have to turn off the snap, which the shortcut is J, but I have to OK first to get rid of the on-screen. Okay, so here as you can see. Okay, now I'll go back to OK. And also like this, it gives me like this if I draw it. Which it is an issue. That's one of my frustrations when it comes to doing that because since I don't have an expression controller, which having an expression controller is pretty easy, as you can see, because without the expression controller, I would have to like have this feature. Without the bend feature, it would not be a great idea. But another thing is I can just use the line and then just do like this, and it'll create this instead. So instead of having too many dots, I can just have one because there's the bend right here. And here's what the progress will look like. Okay. So let me go ahead and go to 127. All right, since I'm in the MIDI controller area, and then I'm gonna include that. It just keeps popping up. Just give me a second, guys. Let me go back and fix that out. Let me increase that a little bit. Okay, so let me increase that because it was a little tricky to hear the timpani for a minute. And then I'm gonna do the bum and lower the perfect fourth interval. And then the final hit is D. Okay. I do need to compress this and add a reverb as well. I don't want to make this video too long, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and send this timpani to the audio sense. Yeah, as you can see. So here's how it brought up, but I was thinking about like doing a little bit of a snare. Pretty much sounds like a ghost note. Dun, dun. Okay. Okay, so here it is. Now I need to add, this is reserved for tuba, horn, trombones, and we have this. I would, another thing that brings me attention is the elbows. Okay, so I gotta do another BBC Symphony Orchestra. Have that as orange. Okay. Oboes. I'm going to send this audio to Concert Hall. I'm going to stop recording this one, and then I'm going to include the oboes. There's a missing note that I would like to go passing. Okay. Breath, which I shouldn't do that. Expression. And I'm going to bend these guys. Dude, I'm pretty hyped up with this feature. Okay, I'm really hyped up. Okay. You know, with the build up, I cannot do like too many triplets at this time. I won't do like a very high, like extremely low durations, like 64 notes, everything or triplets like that. It's then if I do that, it's gonna take a lot of time to do this. Okay. So I'm gonna include a Piccolo flute. The flutes are just gonna go. Harp celeste percussion, tune percussion. Piccolos. So I now included this mark, which this is where 2021 appears. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna make it random with the velocity. You know, I'm just doing this, this, and this to do all these bends. You know, bends are great. Bends are great. All right, so Okay, now I need to add a bass drum. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now I gotta go to the bass drum. Instead of BBC Symphony Orchestra, I'm gonna go to KONTAKT Player. We're going to load KONTAKT. I'm using the free orchestra by Cinematic Samples. And we're gonna go to Power Strike. And this is where I'm gonna record this one. Like if I leave the recording on, then it's gonna be replayed both at the same time. So just be careful with that and just be aware of which is recording. So I'm just gonna include bass drum. This is a different percussion set. I do want to turn the volume down, which my mixer has that, and I'm gonna send that as well. You know, you can choose the type of reverb that you want to use in Reverence, but I'm really good with Reverence, but I don't have to. I don't need to use like a third-party VST plugin since Nuendo has it, because then it wouldn't be worth it. You know, because I really want to use like these stock effects plugins, because stock effects plugins is my option, because I know a lot of professionals like they pretty much use external effects. Like, you know, I've seen most of them using waves and everything like that, east-west spaces. I'm not wasting money on that, but I prefer not with these guys that Nuendo or Cubase has. Okay. Okay. Let me do the rest of the recording. So. Okay. Let me go ahead and quantize this. Select all. Press the Q. And of course, you know, I don't want it to be too bassy. Too bassy would start like. Probably the bass drum. We want to make sure it doesn't like cause any latencies when it comes to playing the piece. Of course, you know, every DAW does get into latencies when you start running like a lot of stuff. Okay. Just gonna lower that gap. Bass drum. Yeah, it sounds hollowy, so what I can do is I can just go to the effects. You know, because I know, you know, the reason why they made the 100% wet on the mix is because of the scent. Okay, so I'm gonna go to reverb, reverence, arena. Okay. Now I can have the flutes to the do re mi re do re mi re. You know, instead of so fa mi re so fa mi re so. Well, I'm doing it in solfege. I'm just singing it, you know, and humming it, because, you know, if you're a film scorer, you know, if you have an idea coming up, it is recommended that you can just record yourself humming. So like if I can just record, I can just have an audio clip or an audio, whatever. I can just go to audio, you know, click stereo, and then press record. and I can just start like humming the notes. If I hum the notes, then I will know what to do when it comes to playing, like notating the melodies and everything, which is quite helpful. If you want to do that, to all film composers out there, you should. This is a good thing because that's going to help you. Okay, so that you don't forget, like ending up forgetting, then you will be lost. Like, what am I doing? Like, what should I do with this melody? What should I compose? All right, let's moving on. I would like to use Alien Sonic, but they don't have a very high quality instruments. Of course, like Steinberg does have in the known orchestra, which is the Iconica ones, the Opus one is like around $999, which that's how much Nuendo costs. And if you like buy with the e-license or dongle, so yeah, like if you're gonna buy, like the Opus, that's good. Iconica Opus pretty much supports Sonic SE, but I hope they do. With Absolute Connection, it has like more stuff and everything, but I don't need Absolute Collection, whatever. Yeah, so let me go ahead and go to the flutes. I wish there was a way to invert this, but I'm not letting them both play the octaves. Okay, I want to keep the same articulations as this. I'm gonna let the flutes and the piccolo to be polyphonic. But I would like to increase the expression right here. And okay. Another thing what I need is I want to include the suspended cymbal. I'm going to duplicate the bass drum. Oops, this is not the right one, sorry. I'm going to go duplicate the bass drum. Because then it will be a little different because, I don't want to end up overlapping those two. Suspended cymbal. It has that, which I have to go to record. Okay, so let me go ahead and go. Okay, it's overlapping. Okay. Okay. I was thinking about letting the trumpets copy the oboe. Let me go back to BBC Symphony Orchestra. And let's go to the trumpet section, 8-3. I'm going to leave it as long. You know, I wish there was an attack right here. I want to have the trombones, horn, and tuba do the ending. Bum, ba, bum. Okay. So, you know, I'm still gonna have to use these guys like the trombones. But what about staccatissimo, staccato? Okay. Okay, I want to have both the horns to copy, but I would like to harmonize the horns because the horns has four guys. Okay. Oh, that's pretty fancy, huh? Okay, so I don't know how long it might have been. It almost sounds like canon in D, but it's not. Alright, so here we go. I want to keep the MIDI watched because that's very important. Okay, I gotta do that. And I'm going to do the same thing because I have to avoid parallel fifths. Okay, then F sharp. Yeah, it's F sharp because it's D major. And here we go. Give me a second. awesome. Look at that sound. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to feel the 2021, like happy. If it starts to feel like celebrating the countdown of the Happy New Year, like releasing the giant 2021. You know, like I love seeing that. Okay, so now let me go ahead and go to the tuba, which is going to be my last one to cover. And I will show you the full results when I export this in as video. You're going to see, oh my goodness, it's going to be so good. So let me go ahead and go to the tuba. Tuba is going to be, okay. I want to send that to the reverb. I'll just send that to concert hall. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And then the percussion. And okay, let me record that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and go to 60 notes. And I want to go. So lit. So lit. Okay, I gotta quantize that. Okay, so here we go. Let me turn off the metronome and I'm gonna see how it sounds like. Alright. Alright, so here you go. Happy New Year. This is really awesome. Look at that. Oh, this is such a beautiful score. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and export this as a video. You know, I'm glad that Cubase has that, since the actual version 10 it didn't include the video. It pretty much it was pretty tricky that I will have to get a separate video editing software for that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and listen to it once again. Ooh, so lit, so lit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and export this, and I'm going to show you the video of that composition. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any comments whatsoever, such as, for example, if you have any questions or any comments that you guys really want to talk about or anything like that, you guys are more than welcome to, just comment everything, what you guys think about this composition. Do you guys think this sounds really good? You guys think it's so amazing, it's beautiful, and everything like that? Just let me know all these your feedbacks and everything like that, and I'll always respond. I'll try my best to respond to you guys' comments. I'm always here to send you guys all the support. And before you guys leave, please do not forget to subscribe. If you subscribe, it means a lot to us. And I want to say that I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. So let me go ahead and show you the video, and then it's going to directly send you to an end slate so you can watch my other videos. So I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day.